Welcome, wrestling fans, to another exciting episode of Continental Championship Wrestling Superstars of the Ring, the holiday edition. From here at Continental Championship Wrestling, we want to wish each and every one of you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. May it be filled with love and enjoyment for what should be a great 2018 as we move forward. Speaking of 2018, we have Stampede on the horizon. But as you saw earlier in the week, we had a breaking news announcement. As of this time, Dante, the former Southern States champion, as well as Toxic and Marcus James, the former CCW Tag Team champions, have been stripped of their titles due to a recent altercation at a backstage, I want to say brouhaha, as to what all eventually happened for this to unfold. These three men have been stripped of their titles. Now, we're going to hear later in the episode what this means as the ramifications for the future of CCW as well as Stampede. But before we get to that, let's talk about Stampede right now. January 20th, the annual 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal. $10,000 on the line. But the winner gets a shot at the most important prize in the game. It is a one-on-one match. The main event against the Outlaw, Jamie McKinnon, for the CCW Heavyweight Championship. To say this is a monumental occasion is a very big thing here in Continental Championship Wrestling. As we've mentioned, there's never been two back-to-back winners of Stampede. There's nobody that's won this event twice. And this year, the talent pool is filled with multiple-time winners. Donnie Bronson, the legendary rock and roll Chris Turner, just to name a couple people that are in this battle royal. Now, we're going to hear from a couple of these superstars right now.
January 20th, I will be walking out of Stampede with a new title. I've already held one title in this company, and I look forward to taking down Jamie McKinnon for another.
So the question is, Logan, where have you been? No one's seen you since Jamie pinned you. No one's seen you since you lost for the third time. You lost your shot at the CCW Championship. Where have I been? See, no one knows this about me. I am my own worst enemy. No one is as hard on me as I am on myself. I lost, and I have to deal with that. I have to move forward with that. But as I was sitting in my own self-pity, it's like I had an epiphany. A bell went off, a light shone, and it said, Logan, you was this close, one step from the top of Mount Everest, right there at it. Why are you so down and out? This is what I have to do. I have to start at the very bottom because I was knocked back down to the bottom. So I will start over. And it starts January 20th, Stampede Battle Royal. This year's my year. I'm starting back at the bottom, but I promise I will be on top of Mount Everest. I don't have to do it for the money. It's not about the pay window. It's about proving that this is my calling, proving that I belong in the squared circle, proving that I am the professional wrestler I say I am. Be blessed.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. January 20th, Callahan, Florida for Stampede. That is shaping up to be one of the premier events in Continental Championship Wrestling's history. 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, which really, lends out some amazing combinations if you really think about it through the years. Last year we saw Donnie Bronson make a huge impact in his first ever Stampede Battle Royal, and he went on to face Jamie McKinnon for the championship. Came up a little short, but a great debut for a rookie. Speaking of great debuts for a rookie, the hype is real for Landon Cruz, the new breed. Now, we've seen him before. We saw him sign his contract here with Continental Championship Wrestling, and since then, he has been the talk of the locker room as well as the fans. We're going to see him make his debut in that big battle royal January 20th in Callahan. We're going to go right now, though, to an interview with Landon Cruz.
CCW fans, January 20th, 2018, CCW's Stampede event. Myself, the new breed, Landon Cruz, makes his very anticipated debut. I'm entering the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal. For the $10,000...
I don't think anyone cares what you're doing, Landon.
Frankie Morris, you come over here, you're gonna run your mouth like that, and then just run off? You've done this since day one you've been here, Frankie. I'm not new at this. I've seen what you've done, Frankie. Nothing but a coward. Come in for the cheap shot and leave. Frankie, that's normal for you. How about you face me like a man? Frankie, see me at Stampede.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Landon Cruz. I think we know who his opponent is probably going to be after that introduction to Slapsgiving. I'm hesitant to say his name because every time we announce him, he either shows up on the show or his theme music plays. But Frankie Morris, that guy. Yeah, Frankie. We saw him in action last week. Guy I lost to Duke Stans. That guy. So, let's get past this. As we mentioned at the top of the show, the Southern States Championship is stripped from Dante Steele. Now, we're about to show you the match right now that kind of led into the situation that we're in. Dante Steele is defending the CCW Southern States Championship against Jaxson Cassel. Keep your eyes, though, on Faith Summers, the manager, I want to say, for the Society of Sin, as well as Dante Steele. Her actions have a huge implication on the titles. We're going to go ahead and show you that match right now. And here we go, wrestling fans, on this week's Superstars of the Ring, our main event for the Southern States Championship. Dante the Dragon Steele representing the Society of Sin with his new manager, liaison, spiritual guidance. We're not really sure. But in his corner, the very mysterious Faith Summers, taking on CCW former tag team champion, Jaxson Cassel. This ought to be a very, very hard-hitting main event here for Superstars of the Ring. A lot of implications coming up for Stampede, January 20th in Callahan, Florida. Both of these men have made it clear they will be participants in that big 20-man battle royal. Jaxson Cassel starting off early, using that strength advantage, taking Dante Steele right into the corner, and then just pitches him right across the ring. Dante Steele knows better. The crafty veteran that he is knows, do not try to out-strength Jaxson Cassel. It will not happen. Quite honestly, one of the strongest guys on the roster and perhaps CCW history. What a body slam. Just, he's able to ragdoll competitors here in CCW like as you would never believe. Big, and a Jody being shown, big leapfrog right there. Wrapped down and then brings Dante Steele right back up into the gorilla press. Just holding him up there. Jaxson Cassel is a freak of strength. The champion would be very wise to possibly roll out of the ring and regroup. Just something to stop this momentum of Jaxson Cassel. Cassel again going to whip Steele across the turnbuckle. You saw the ring shift. Steele hit that turnbuckle as hard as you could. Cassel from the bear hug into a pitch. Referee says 2. Jaxson Cassel going right to the neck as we see again that the manager of the Society of Sin Faith Summers looking on here. Mysterious doesn't say a whole lot. We haven't been able to get any type of an interview or really get a lot of information from her. But again, she's the higher power behind the Society of Sin. Dante Steele, though, using those elbows, trying to... Oh, just... We're not even going to finish the previous sentence. What a clothesline. Just took Dante Steele's head right off. Dante Steele may be regretting a little bit of that open contract he had. Oh, look at these knee lifts just into the gut of Steele. And we see the ring shifting. That's how much power. Oh, we just saw it right there. What a shoulder into that top turnbuckle. Jaxson Cassel just really just put that shoulder, that neck right into that top rope, and he's still clutching his shoulder and his neck. We need to get a better look. Referee hasn't had a chance to get in there and see what's going on. Dante Steele has kept the referee occupied. Cassel came out with an elbow, but his momentum was stopped. I got a feeling he is really hurt after that shoulder block. Dante Steele with a headbutt right into that shoulder also. Steele sensing weakness, wrapping that arm around the top rope and just wrenching it. Just putting all of his weight back on it. Dante Steele, one of the most accomplished rule breakers you would ever meet in wrestling. Just, he knows how to work an advantage anywhere in that ring. Jaxson Cassel trying to shake off the cobwebs, trying to shake off... Wow, what a slap by Steele. Cassel looking at him like he's crazy. I think the last thing you'd want to do is anger Jaxson Cassel. Dante Steele going out to the crowd. Jaxson Cassel having none of it, grabbing him by his hair, yanks him up to the apron. Looks like he's going to attempt to suplex him into the ring here. Cassel has him up and down. Jaxson Cassel, former tag team champion with Chris Turner. This is a huge opportunity at the Southern States Championship. Only got a 2 there. Tonight could be Cassel's night. And wouldn't it be a better night to do it, as we're, like I said, on the road to Stampede. Ooh, wow, what a big kick. Right from Logan, or excuse me, right from Dante Steele. Steele following him up in that corner, took an elbow, staying on Cassel. I think he's doing the right thing here. He injured that shoulder off the shoulder block into that turnbuckle, and Cassel's never been the same since. Wow, measured that shoulder, that kick to the top rope. That's all steel. Those aren't, regular rubber ropes. That's steel wrapped in tape at best to give you that shiny green appearance here. Cassel threw Dante into the ropes. That shoulder block, not the smartest moving. I think Castle's aware of it. That's instinct. That's just pure reflex to try to shoulder block somebody coming off the ropes. The champion, Dante Steele, again with the higher power. Dave Summers out here outside of the ring, taking a moment to again, catch his own breath. But Cassel, as you can still see, that shoulder, he's still favoring that shoulder in the ring. Steele back on the apron. Took his eyes off of Cassel. What are you doing? Wow. Put his thumb right into the eye of Cassel. That's what he was doing. He set him up. Fooled me on it. Cassel reverses out of that corner. And now driving those shoulders into the gut. That's got to hurt Steele as much as it's hurting Cassel. Cassel with an exploder out of the turnbuckle. Gets a 2 out of it, but again, just Steele, a thumb to the eyes, breaks the pin. No wasted effort, no wasted execution on Logan, on Steele. And Steele is right now, looks like he's trying to choke him out. Referee's all over it. Not able to see it on the camera. I believe he had a piece of his tape. Can't see it here on the screen. I believe he had a piece of his the tape from wrapped around his wrist, wrapping it around Jaxson Cassel's throat. The challenger's in trouble here. He's still fighting back off the mat. Cassel off the ropes. Looks like his momentum got stopped. He went the punch. And it got stopped. And now the champ is just locked in on that arm and shoulder. And again, big spear by Cassel. Cassel stopped all momentum. It was not so much of a spear as much as it was a takedown. He knocked all the wind out of Dante. Still trying to get up off the mat here. Jaxson Cassel has to capitalize here. That shoulder injured. I'm not so sure he can get into some of his power moves. Cassel lines him up with an elbow. Big clothesline. And you can see right there that clothesline still affecting that shoulder area. Big body slam. He's holding him up. Cassel just doing reps with him. Perhaps set him up for a fallaway slam. We're going to get to 10. Big pitch on that fallaway slam. Dante Steele just landed with a thud right on the mat. Cassel has to capitalize, has to get a pin, stay on the champ here. This is a title match. Cassel, both of these men exhausted, as you can see, just leaning on each other for support. Both men trying to get back to their feet, back to a vertical base here. Steele up first. Big side kick right to the shoulder. He's staying on that shoulder, Jaxson Cassel. Whips into the corner. Follows it up with a clothesline. That patented backflip is coming across with a hangman clothesline in the corner. Wow, what a great kick right to the head of Cassel. Dante Steele quick to capitalize. He's going to the top rope. We're going to see that elbow to the heart of Cassel. Right there, this could be it. Steele on his feet. Cassel is down. Steele, instead of taking the opportunities, just pandering to the fans. Even the higher power, Face Summers is telling him, turn around and pin him. That is just cocky arrogance there. This match could have been over. Steele lining him up again here. Steele going for the super kick. Cassel has him up for the torture rack. Jaxson attack, flips him over the top rope. This could be it. Referee's down. 1, 2. We got a new champ. No. What? Face Summers just rang the bell. Referee's at 2. He's waving off the match ending. Cassel had him. Cassel had him for a 3. The referee's not disqualifying the match. He stopped the finish, but he didn't disqualify Dante Steele. The match continues. Steele with a super kick to the shoulder, and then another one right to the jaw. Jaxson Cassel. Kip up and a pin. 1, 2. Wow, what a travesty of justice. Easily should have been a disqualification win for Jaxson Cassel. The referee let the match continue. Your winner, it's still champion Dante Steele. This match, huge ramifications. Again, going into Stampede is Dante Steele is still your Southern States champion. Not for a lack of effort from Jaxson Cassel, but give the assist and all the credit to the higher power. Face Summers ringing the bell. This one's going to be looked at, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, back to you in the studio. fans, now you just saw the match. Unfortunately, what you're not going to see is what happened after the match. Now, as we saw, Faith Summers rang the bell, effectively stopping this match. And could Dante have still kicked out of it? Was Jaxson Cassel possibly your next Southern States Championship? We're never going to know. The match ended. That's it. The referee threw the match out at that point. Now, what happened after the fact is in the locker room, the altercation occurred. And as our officials were speaking to Dante Steele in regards to his actions with Faith Summers, the tag team champions decided to also interject. The society sin stays as a pack in our backstage in our locker rooms. From there, an altercation took place where a fight broke out, and one of our officials was, I'm hesitant to say the word attacked because of any type of legal situation that's going to occur because of it. However, for an update on the titles and what happened past that, we're going to go ahead and go now to our commissioner, Richard Marshall.
Hello, wrestling fans. Commissioner Richard Marshall here with some exciting news about Stampede, January 20th at West Nassau High School in Callahan, Florida. The vacated Southern States title will be awarded that night at Stampede. The winner will take it all, take the belt. And the tag team titles will be awarded in a tournament in February. So be
Wrestling fans, welcome back. As we just heard from Commissioner Richard Marshall, Stampede, that Battle Royal, has now just taken a whole nother step higher. $10,000 to the winner. The Southern States Championship, as well as a main event shot against the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon for the biggest prize in Continental Championship Wrestling, the CCW Heavyweight Championship. The ramifications of this are huge. We have so many winners, or multiple time winners of Stampede. Nobody's won it twice. Now we have 20 competitors that are going to be in this monumental match with history on the line. $10,000 is nothing to scoff at. I could use 10 grand. I'm sure each and every one of our fans could use 10 grand. The Southern States Championship means you've won gold. You've put a stamp on your career. Now there's 20 guys that are going to be in this battle royal. Some of them former Southern States champion holders, but some of them have never even made it to a title match. Never made it to that next step here in Continental Championship Wrestling. Now look at the names that are in this battle royal. The legendary Rock and Roll Chris Turner, Jaxson Cassel, Shooter McGee, Landon Cruz making his debut in CCW. The Rookie could, on night number 1, win a battle royal, become the new Southern States champion, and main event on his first night. Frankie Morris, as much as we hate to mention him here in CCW, he is still an accomplished mat technician. He thinks he's got a way to win this entire thing. The Southern States Championship is going to give him even more incentive. There are 20 guys that are going to battle not only for 10 grand, not only for this belt alone, which adds on a whole nother layer. Even after that, becomes champion versus champion in the main event of Stampede. Whoever walks into that title match with this belt on is going against the best in professional wrestling, the most dominant champion that Continental Championship Wrestling has had in years, the almost unstoppable Outlaw Jamie McKinnon. With this much momentum behind one superstar getting the biggest break of their careers, how could you possibly not want to be in the first row to see that match? I work here and I'm probably buying tickets just to see what happens. January 20th in Callahan, Florida, CCW Wrestling, the future of this company is going to change. We will see at least one brand new championship. Guaranteed, a Southern States champion will be crowned. Could that man ride that luck and win the main event, walk out with 2 pieces of gold and $10,000 in their pocket? Now, for us here at Continental Championship Wrestling, we want to make sure we wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And this is going to make an incredible 2018 for somebody's new year. For us here at Continental Championship Wrestling, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Again, Remember to spend time with your family. Enjoy the holidays. We want to make sure we thank each and every one of you for allowing us into your homes each and every week, every Wednesday here on Superstars of the Ring. For Craig Young, hoping and asking Santa that I can be legendary for just one day in this company. We hope to see you at ringside.